into 16.5 for our back bust, right? So if our total back bust is 16.5, but we are drafting half of the back, 16.5 divided by 2 is 8.25, 8 and a quarter. So I am marking from this slope here. Do not measure from here. I told you that this shaded part is out of it. We are cutting here and throwing it away. So measure from here, 8.25. 8.25. As simple as that. And then we proceed, right? We go over to our waistline. This is bust line. This is waistline. We'll go over to our waistline. We also did a waist allocation, right? So if you want to know your back waist, is to simply subtract your front waist from your total waist, right? Our total waist in this case is 31, right? And we use 16 for front waist, right? So our back waist is going to be 15, right? But if you still want a formula for that, the back waist allocation, back waist BW of a lady is equal to the total waist TW all over 2 minus 0.5. Remember, we use plus for the front, so the back turns to a minus, right? So what is our back waist? We substitute the total waist here. Total waist is 31 divided by 2 is 15.5, and then minus 0.5 is 15. Whichever way you want to go by, the result is the same. So our back waist is 15, but we are drafting half of the back, right? So 15 divided by 2, 7.5. So this is my 7.5, right? And then we can connect these points together straight up, right? Now we have two options here. If you connect your points together and this line is almost straight, you can leave it like that. There is no need introducing a dart behind. But if the line comes out slanted, all you need to do is to put your ruler here and straighten it, and then you come and take that excess you added here from your bust span line, right? Now let's assume this was slanted, very much slanted. All you need to do, you don't need to come and measure here and try to measure it here. No, you don't do that for the back. Don't try to come and use your bust measurement at the waist, although you can do it, but there's no need for that. All you simply need to do is to make sure you make this line a straight line, right? Now in making this line a straight line, I have added ½ inch to it for this to become straight, right? So my ½ inch will be taken from my bust dart line, from my bust span line, sorry, the bust span line, right? So the ½ inch, you are free to share it on both sides, 0.25, 0.25, and then you draw it up. For the back dart, it needs to rise above this bust line by 1 or 1.5. I'm using 1 in this case, right? So we will connect it this way. Remember, we added ½ inch, so it is only ½ inch we are taking out. So we have this like this. What was added here has been taken out, and your back will lie smoothly, right? I told you it's optional. If I don't want to pick in these darts now, I will simply cut on the red line. I will not use the green line, right? Now I told you earlier on that I added 0.5 to this bust span for a reason. Now this is the reason. The reason is because of this sway back. If I never added 0.5 to it, after swaying in and cutting off this, my bust span will reduce here, and my two darts will become too close to each other around the zipper area. Hope you get that. Now our bust span was 7, right? And for the front, we simply divided this by 2, which is equal to 3.5. And we applied it. But there's no sway back for the sway front, so you don't have to worry about that. Your 3.5 remains 3.5 all through. But for that of the back, because of the sway back, which I'm taking out half inch here, if I make this 3.5, the darts might become too close at the center back. That is why I added half inch to that and made it 4 inches, right? So that is my reason. It is because of this sway back, right? So that your dart does not come out too close. So that is that. That is how to take out your dart, and this is the section we are going to be cutting out as the dart. That is if I want to go with a dart, right? Now we come back to the upper area here and we want to locate our across back, and we said our across back is simply the shoulder minus 1 inch. Now if my shoulder is 15 minus 1 inch, my across back is going to be 14. Now I have taught you how to locate your chest line in order to take your across back measurement or the across front. You find the middle of this and you come down by 1 inch. As simple as that. So at this point is where I'm measuring my across back, and if my across back is 14, that is shoulder minus 1, but I am drafting half of the block. That means 14 divided by 2, we have 7, right? So we have this, and then I have my small armhole curve here, which I can use to join. The one I used for the front was a hip curve, right? So this one is also meant for this purpose. So we join it like this, and you have your back draft neatly done. Neatly done. Remember that this length here is 14.5. It is this bust dart here that will help you reduce the front half length so that you will be able to sew them, join them by the side. Because if you allow this like this, the side seam of the front is longer than that of the back, right? So we are going to proceed to cut this out. Let me cut out my back first. So I want to use a dart, so I am cutting on this green line, and here, sorry, we have this, right? And I told you I am removing this sway back, so I will cut here off. Can you see? You see how neatly done this is? You see, what was added here will be removed as a dart here. Can you see this? Right? Okay. Now, we are going back to our front so that we can cut it out. So we have here and we have this. So this is how to draft a basic bodice. If you want to make a peplum top, if you want to make a gown or whatever you want to make, this is how to draft it, right? So in subsequent videos, we are going to be seeing how to change this into a corset blouse, right? Now we have this. Now I want to use this opportunity to introduce us to other concepts, right? Now I want to talk about contouring, right? Contouring. Now you are going to see that when it comes to the waistline of the front, remember we added some inches here which we took out the exact inches from here, right? So if it comes to our waist, what was added here has been taken out here, so this is correct. But what about the underbust? Take a look at this underbust line. See the amount added. See the amount taken as a dot. Remember, our dot is in between these two green lines. What was added is more than what we removed here as a dot, right? So this is an error. It will make your underboss not